Hey there, this is part 2 of my Ottawa haul, and this is the horror edition. So just a quick reminder of the horror that I did pick up, that I showed in the Blu-ray section, and that would be the other edition, the 30th anniversary edition of Halloween 2 for the Terror in the Isles movie, Night Train to Terror, The Unseen, my Scorpion Releasing, my very first Scorpion Releasing Blu-ray. Of course, the Unseen, the Night Train Terror is my very first Vinegar Syndrome one. Maniac Cop 2, finally, I own this. I just need the third one. Jack the Prince of Darkness, my very first Millennium Entertainment Blu-ray. And Body Bags, my latest one to go for my Scream Factory. Now I'm going to get into the stuff that I got here on DVD. I got a lot of stuff, so let's get right to it. I'm not going to spend much time on the mainstream stuff, so I grabbed a new Midnight movie, Invaders from Mars. Have not seen this movie. It was the Tobe Hooper version since 1986 when it originally came out in theaters. So this really will be a blast from the past for me. I love this movie a lot, and I would really like to see Scream Factory get an awesome addition to that one out there. I wanted to check out this series. I got it for a really cheap price, so I said, why not? It's Kindred, The Embrace, based on, of course, the role-playing game that was out at the time. And I'm not even sure acts in the show. C. Thomas Howell, okay, wow, so there. And it's executive produced by Aaron Spelling. Okay, well, it's cheap. And I had this one before, but I lost it, so I wanted to get it back. It's the 2-disc splatter edition of His Name Was Jason. And honestly, you can't buy it around here. It's just unavailable. Now, next up are some indie horrors that I got. I picked up one from Digger Films. That's Stories of a Grave Digger, Chapter 1, the Dead Time Stories. And this is an anthology one that I kind of interested in checking out. It has some behind-the-scenes documentary on here and many more surprises. So I'm going to check this out the weekend with my kids, I think. Could be kind of interesting. One that I'm not going to check out with my kids. I just thought I wanted to get a Bill Zabab, yes, that's his name. I'd seen a documentary on him, so I just wanted to see how bad his films are. And the only one I could find was one called The Zombie Christ. I'm not looking forward to it, really, but maybe I'll review it, I don't know. If you're offended by this type of stuff, I apologize in advance. It's just a film, I haven't seen it, and, you know, I collect horror, so I get some of that stuff. Not one of the best, but I want to have one of his in my collection. That's the only one I could find. Devil's Night, Danielle Harris. This is by Black Fawn. They produced this, and of course Black Fawn does a lot of 80s slasher and grindhouse stuff, and I did their show one of the movies before on here, If a Tree Falls, which I hear there's going to be a sequel to. And this one's Danielle Harris. Really look forward to that. I think I sent a copy of If a Tree Falls to my good friend TJ Pyramid Joe on here. Hopefully he enjoyed it. And In the House of Flies was another one by Black Fawn. I want to check this one out. I think this one is actually by the guys that did If a Tree Falls. This one has a crap ton of awards apparently. So that's pretty cool. So interested in checking that out. This one is actually an independent film that's gotten some really positive feedback, and it's got a very corny title and an awesome cover, and that is The Legend of the Psychotic Forest Ranger. My better half says this reminds her of another video cover, but she can't remember what. So if you guys, any of you guys know what it is, put the comment down below. A Legend of the Psychotic Forest Ranger. Just looks really cool. Love the fact that it's a 666 axe. It's just awesome. Next up are some here that I got. As always, anytime I see something by Severin for a good price, I will always pick it up. Severin is one of those companies that I really, really enjoy stuff from. And I got the Don Sharp directed British horror film Psychomania. And just an incredible, very different film with actually George Saunders, actually, who was a big actor back in the day. I think he died shortly after this film, I think. I gotta check that out. I grabbed the triple features 3-disc set. I used to own this one, but I ended up having to sell it when I moved out here, and I really wanted to get it back. I really, really regretted selling this one. And I was so excited that they re-released it in the slimline case, because I had it in the box. The box was torn on it before. That is the Psycho Killer Shriek Show triple feature. I like all three of these films. Delirium, of course, by who did Delirium? I do not know who did Delirium, but I know that Serena Grande, who is utterly gorgeous, stars in Delirium, and any red-blooded male is a fan of Serena Grande. House on the Edge of the Park, of course, with directed by Deodato, and has a familiar face, whose name I'm not going to say, but any horror fans here should know who that is. Love this film. And of course, Beyond the Darkness was actually a horror film by Joe D'Amato, who did some hardcore stuff, but this is really, really good film. Way, way more highbrow than I expected. Okay, here's a company that I love. Always wanted their stuff. Could never find it. So, this is the type of stuff. I love collecting like companies, genre companies and stuff like that. And Scream Factory, when they started their stuff, they said they were looking towards one company that kind of inspired them. And this was it. And a lot of people thought it would be Arrow, because it had a Scream Factory and Arrow usually have a kind of a similar feel to it. But actually it wasn't Arrow. It was a company called Mondo Macabro, who deal a lot with Spanish and Mexican horror. They have some great, great documentaries. Some of the best special features come out of Mondo Macabro stuff. I can never find them around here. Look, so there. Next year, my birthday, guys, Mondo Macabro type stuff. This is the stuff I crave. Mansion of Madness, great film by the director of Alucarda, and very different. A phantasmagorical black comedy with equal measures of Buñuel, Fellini, and Ken Russell. Cool horror stuff. Great features, a Toro interview and everything in that one. Of course, I did not have any Scorpion releasing, and you saw I grabbed the Unseen Blu-ray, but I wanted to have some of those Katrina's Nightmare Theaters for a long time. None of them showed up here. None. And I've been looking forever, and I didn't want to spend the fortune that I usually had to pay online to get them. So I grabbed one of the early ones, The Devil Within Her, Donald Pleasance, Joan Collins, Carolyn Monroe, and directed by, who directed this one? Stanley? Peter Sassy. Okay, excellent. And fantastic film. Ralph Bates is in this one as well, so, you know, I like it anyway. I thought it was a cool film. Again, another one, Nothing But the Night. Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. I think Deanna Doors is in this one as well. Hey, by the way, has anybody ever noticed that Katarina looks a hell of a lot like Carolyn Monroe? She's got that kind of look to her. This is Katarina, right here. This is Carolyn Monroe, right here. I think they have a similar look. And they're both British. And my favorite out of all those was House on Sorority Row. Love this film. This is the 2-disc edition. Some great stuff in it. I'm actually going to watch some of these features tonight. Next up is one I wanted for a long time. I used to own it. Lost it. The only one in the series I do not own, because I wanted only this release. The Dark Sky Films release, the Steelbook release, the 2-disc Ultimate Edition DVD release, and that is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I held off on getting any other version because I wanted this here particular version. I love this version. Two other things I picked up are first for me. I grabbed the Hellraiser 2 Limited Edition tin from Anchor Bay. Love it. Number 20,633 of 30,000. And I also grabbed another Anchor Bay limited edition tin. These are my first tins I've ever gotten, by the way. The Halloween 5 Revenge of Michael Myers, 1,062 to 15,000. I'm very excited to have these. I'm going to go up in my collection. Some great places. My next up is my animation section, so I'm going to get this up there now, and hopefully get the next one on there tonight. So hope you guys are enjoying these videos. Lots more to go through. I've got a big collectible that I want to show as well. Thanks for watching, and for me right now, it's time for tea.